Dog Gadgets live.
Hey, I'm Josh from Brown Dog Gadgets. Hey, welcome. Usually you'd see Amanda here, but she's not here today. Instead, it's me. And also, back behind the camera is Andy, our curriculum writer, who's really... Oh, there he is. Yeah, it's got to go the other way. There you go. In the apparently green screen mission control zone. There you go.
There
Hey,
we
Andy.
are. Hi, everybody.
Are you in the movie War Games?
Apparently.
I think you are in the 80-something Matthew Broderick film War Games, which is great.
That's great.
Anyway, am I muted, Andy? Can you see like microphone things happening? The bottom middle option. You can see over there. Where Andy's not usually here to operate the equipment, but Pete is out sick. So
You are Mike 2, correct?
I'm Mike 1.
Fantastic. You're
So,
on.
so yeah. Anyway, long story short, we're here today to do some fun holiday crafts. But first, the usual stuff that Amanda would talk about at the beginning of this live stream, like our social media. If you like us, you can check us on this wonderful social media overlay. You can check us out at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Hey, Andy, we're also on Pinterest. You know that?
Ooh.
It's so Pinteresting. Anyway, also Twitch and a few other random spots. Believe it or not, Brown Dog Gadgets in a spot, we might be there. Posting the same things, you'll find us everywhere. Oh, look at that. It's our website. If you want to check out our stuff, all of our guides, our resources, and whatnot. Hey, Andy, what is that spot again? Brown Dog Gadget. Oh, look at that. Oh, sound effects. Andy, look at that. It's like single channel sound effects, too. I'm not in front of the camera for live streaming in a bit. But yeah, you can also email us at help@browndoggadgets.com, and you'll find that button. There you go. See, Andy, you're doing better than I am the last week with Amanda. So that happens when Pete's out sick. Oh, yeah, that's right, because Andy watched those videos that I was like, oh, that's right.
I'll give you a thumbs up anyways.
Aw, see, Andy's sweet. See, usually at this time, Pete would be sending comments through the, and we'd be posting them up here, but he's ill. And we're not going to bother poor Pete. It's that time of year, everybody. Wash your hands. Drink a lot of OJ, whatever it is other people do. Tea, get some good rest. I don't whatever people do to not get sick. Please don't be ill. That's been going around. But anywho, it is the holiday season, and we're going to today talk about hats, holiday wearable fun hats. Oh, look at that! It's where you can find these things on our website. These are some of the holiday hats we have. We will not be doing the bat one today because it is not bat season, or duck season or rabbit season. We have a rabbit one there next to it. Look at that! Got the sweep, Andy. It's like the George Lucas sweep going on. That was pretty good transition. We'll be doing a couple of these. Actually, one holiday hat. And if I was better prepared, I would have grabbed the box that's over there, Andy. Hey, Andy, would you grab the wonderful clear plastic tub full of wonderfully made examples that Amanda put together and made? Yay! We'll be looking at these examples and then making one. Oh, wow. Andy, you just the crowd is going wild over here. It's not gone this wild since the last time we were in the World Series.
Oh, man.
I know. World Series of what? Ping pong. So anywho, if you have any questions or comments, message us. We're going to pop on over to the overhead view. Wow, overhead view. Amanda's shorter than I am, so my head is here. That's all good. Hey, hands. Yay. So we're going to look at these hats. So these are a paper circuits project that we do. So I'm going to grab a hat. Let's grab Frosty, the legally distinct snow person. So these are very simple. I always call them the Burger King hat because they remind me very much of the attachment point you'd find in your classic like 90s. I don't know if they do these anymore, like the Burger King crown you would get if I'm dating myself too much on this one. Do you remember that one, Andy? The Burger King hat?
I do. I love them.
Yeah, they were classic. So it's a very simple like mechanism to one size fits all. So it's the little notches on both sides. Very easy to put together. A couple pieces of paper, and on the back side's a very simple paper circuits. 1 or 2 LED circuit on there. We're using a coin cell 3-volt coin cell battery. We're also using some of our nylon conductive maker tape, which is the bee's knees, by the way. It's copper foil be horrible. Hey, Andy, you should press. There you go. You have to press it a second time, or it'll do that actually forever, I found. It'll just keep going. Thanks, Pete, on that one. So yeah, our nylon conductive maker tape, which we do send out free samples to educators. There's a sample request form on our website. If you haven't gotten one before, grab some maker tape. It'll make your life a lot happier in the tape department. Anywho, we also have a really cool little switch right here. So this is Andy's really liking these sound effects.
It's clever. It's a well-positioned, well-selected switch for the use case.
That's good. There's also a rim shot on there, Andy, and like a sad trombone. It's in the folder labeled sound effects. But so anywho,
Don't give me.
I'm not gonna give you. There's also the Glockenspiel, which is a fun one. Yeah, I like that. It's just like, today I'm reading Rainbow. No, I don't want to disperse the legacy of reading Rainbow. Anyway, back to this wonderful circuitry thing. So I'm not allowed behind the camera very often. We have a little piece of foam right here, and the foam is the easy on and off switch. So when the foam presses against your forehead, it turns it on. I know. Ooh. So it's a very easy switch. You can also completely forego this and just tape it down and it'll be permanently on. You can always remove the battery. But in this one right here, we're using 2 LEDs. Yay. And we have this wonderful template, which for all these guys, as Andy showed briefly at the beginning, on our website is a free download. So yeah, it's all the same basic circuit on the inside. There we go. Thanks, Andy. I do like the George Lucas sweep. Only Lucas uses like the sweep effect in his films. Because I am a nerd. Anyway, so we got Frosty here. We've got a single LED snowflake here. Same thing on the back, just 1 LED as opposed to 2. We'll be doing this one today, as we're gonna make one of these up. But again, same format, just slightly different circuit diagram on the backside. We've got a holiday tree, a wonderful green holiday tree. Look at that, so green, I assume. We also have a wonderful menorah for anyone who wants to have a menorah. We also have a Randall, the legally distinct, non-denominational reindeer. I know. We've got a red hat of some variety. I don't know what this would go to. And then apparently we also have a second holiday tree. I'm surprised there's no Yule log, Andy. That would be one.
Next one.
But these, again, this is a 3 LED option as well. Same thing, just we've got our parallel circuit zigzagging in through here. 3 LEDs, and we're using our big jumbo 10 millimeter LEDs here. These are color changing ones. There we go. Hey Amanda, one of your LEDs isn't, oh there it goes. These are naturally color changing LEDs. They come in all of our kits because
Naturally?
they're naturally.
They're picked off the tree that way?
They are actually. It's a bush, oddly enough. Many people actually assume it's a vine, Andy. No, but it's a bush.
Oh, okay.
I know
That's
it's.
helpful to know.
You learn these things. Well, this is why we're not in agriculture. But they just change naturally, which is really handy. It's a little bit of pizzazz for no extra effort. And I always like when the kids can have a little bit of pizzazz. I see Andy. Andy has a helper over by his desk. It's my Springer Spaniel, Chips. He's been in here with us, and Chips the Springer Spaniel. I can see in here. He is snoozing underneath Andy's desk over there. It is late in the day for him. So anyway,
Staring intently at your feet.
oh, he's a good dog, and old. He's the Christmas Spaniel. No, so all of these are on our website for free. Andy showed those off a couple times. Please download them. You could also use this basic design format to design your own. We've had a few teachers do that. So there's a bunch of options. And again, they're one-size-fit-all kind of situations. We're using cardstock on this. We use 100-pound glossy cardstock because that's what we have by the pallet load in our warehouse. We use it for everything. I always tell people don't use printer paper for stuff like this. Use something heavier. Anything heavier is better than your classic printer paper just because it's really floppy.
You could do it in 2 pieces. You could, if you were making your own, as long as that band is the heavy part. That's the part that's going to be.
If you have LEDs and stuff in here, it gets a little floppy. If you use any heavier paper, I usually tell people like 30 to 50-pound cardstock goes through most home printers or copy machines without a problem. Heavier than that, it tends to get really curled when it goes through all the inside contraptions that is a modern day printer. So, but anything is better than just doing that. I had a teacher as well, Andy. She used cereal box cardboard as a backing on some of her projects, which worked really well because we all have cereal boxes around or something. The thing she was doing was fairly small, so they were able to get a bunch of them in, and then just put a white piece of paper over the top of it, which is little glue stick action going on, and that helped out too for that rigidity aspect. Just that LEDs are surprisingly heavy when on printer paper. So we're gonna make the snowflake today, and I'm gonna use my magical powers and pre-decorate this, and by me I mean Amanda. So Amanda, if you're out there watching, I want to let you know, thank you. So Amanda did this. Oh, look, she cut this out over here. That's very nice of her. Little see, some quality stuff. And we've got the two one size fits all connection points. Burger King connection. Hashtag Burger King. And we have the template on the backside. And a little piece of this this is just really thin random foam. I mean, it is super, what is that? Not even an eighth
Craft
of
foam.
craft foam. Yeah, Andy's a big fan of craft foam.
Yeah.
We don't use it a ton in our office, but Andy has used it quite a few times. I know Amanda does plan to use that as well. You can also use a stiff piece of felt, I would think, as well, Andy, would work.
Yeah.
If you had some of that, we use some stiff felt for our wearable stuff a lot, but
Now, are you folding that over?
no.
No.
It's
so
just-
we're just
it's
something squishy and bendy.
Something is soft too against your forehead as well. We went to the ISTE teaching conference this past summer, as we have the last couple of years, and we saw some educators wearing, I think it was the unicorn hat off our website. They had done them in a workshop that we were very surprised to see that. So they were enjoying them and wearing them around. So even adults can have fun with this. So let's jump into this bad boy. You're going to need a couple things. One, some of our maker tape. And look at this. Andy, it's a 3D printable maker tape holder. What? You can find these on learn.browndoggadgets.com. All of our 3D printable files are there. There we go. Hey. So this and a bigger one. And then also if you need a coin cell battery holder there. There you go. But if you have a 3D printer, want to print off stuff, this is great. So are battery holders. But you need battery, a coin cell battery. There you go. You get an LED of your choice. Andy, what color should I go for? Should I go with blue?
Let's do blue.
Blue seems
The
reasonable.
monochromatic color scheme.
Yay.
Big fan.
You need one LED. Make sure you use a diffused LED. This is a diffused, meaning the dome is half opaque. It's not clear. There's two types of LEDs. There's the clear LED, and there is the diffused LED. For any project that's not a flashlight, use diffused. For a flashlight project, use the clear, because clear sends a nice beam outward in a flashlight style beam, which is great for blinding people and lighting your way on a path. It's not so good for arts and crafts projects. Please don't blind people. It's one of those weird things I see educators do because they just buy LEDs off Amazon, and then it's just a lot of it's blinding. LEDs are bright, especially like blue LEDs are that wavelength. They always hurt my eye if it's like really intense blue. But anyway, diffused LEDs, please. These are ours. They're 10 millimeter, meaning that they are the size of a gumdrop and 10 millimeters in diameter. Hey. And then that's it. That's all you need. We don't need much.
You'll need a scissors.
Oh, I was looking around. I've got them right here. Look at this, Andy. Scissors. It's almost as if we had a bunch of stuff well organized off camera. All right, so first and foremost, since we're using heavy cardstock and our LED legs may be strong but not super strong, we are going to use a safety pin. Or you could use one of those push pins from the corkboard in your classroom just to poke them through. If you're using lesser paper, not 100-pound cardstock, your LED legs will poke through that. Printer paper, no problem whatsoever. I just like to use a little pin of some kind just for good measure. Now, Andy,
Yep.
I know you have an overlay on the front there that shows an LED.
Ooh, I do.
Look at that. Things to keep in mind, LED legs. You got positive, you've got negative. Long is positive, short is negative. It
Wanna know
does.
how I remember that, Josh?
How do you remember that, Andy?
Well, if you've ever gotten the short end of the stick, it's a negative experience. Like if your whole class shared a pizza and everybody got 2 slices, but you got 1, that's getting the short end of the stick.
Wow,
And
Andy.
that is indeed a bad negative thing in most cases. So short end of the stick is always negative by default. The longer one is positive.
I appreciate that, Andy. You're a good man. So it is labeled on both sides, positive and negative on both sides of this document. Just make sure, negative, positive. Bend that little guy down. Bend that little guy down. And there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're going to take some maker tape. Now, Amanda likes to leave some of the wax paper backing on here every time. This way it's a little easier to get up and off. We actually make sure we by choice put wax paper backing on the back of our tape, because that way you can cut off strips and just give them out to students. And sometimes they have a hard time getting the tape going. But if you just hold the tape like so, like just a little bit, and then one finger and just pull straight down, it'll catch off the end.
Not with your fingernail, though.
No, just with the pad of your finger. It'll catch. And that's always, trying to use your fingernail actually is more difficult. This is just a little, once you do it once, like, oh, that's how you do it, it's really easy just to, get it off there. But Amanda likes to do this, so she's using just a roll. I know Pete does too. So I often just like to, honestly, grab a long strip of tape and then just trim it down as need be, so I can be lazy that way. And they're going to make fun of me because I like to do right ankle turns. We're not going to do that because I was told not to do right ankle turns, Andy. We're going to start here.
I just don't like the right angle turns with the LED light, personally.
Oh, with the LEDs. I was going to say with the tape.
Yeah, tape, I'm fine.
All right. Well, I'll do a fancy right ankle turn with that. Yeah. I'm going to start here on the negative side of the battery path, which does, whatever. I'm going to be close. Whatever. Here. And then I'm going to be super nice and just do a right angle turn because I taught 4th grade and I used to do this all the time with 4th graders. There you go. You can also, by the way, too, go down, cut, and overlap. If you overlap 2 pieces of maker tape and give a nice little press on the corner, it will make an electrical connection that is nice and handy dandy and solid, which is something you cannot do with copper foil because copper foil stinks. Yeah, probably the best thing Pete's ever done here. Don't tell him. Everything else,
It's one of my favorites.
Oh, Andy. But there you go. We can just do 2 pieces. I'm doing 1 because I am awesome. And also nobody else is here to tell me not to. We're now going to do the all-important sticky tape loop phase. So we're going to take a little piece of maker tape, not very big, like so. And we're going to do a little sticky tape loop like you would use to put something up on the wall, like a poster up on the wall of your bedroom when you were a teenager. We're going to put it right there in the center. Yay, sticky side out. We're going to take our battery and going to go like, hey, where's the positive? It's right there next to the warning, not safe for children, which is also very important. We're going to take it, we're going to stick it down here. There you go. And because the maker tape is conductive from bottom up, z-axis conductive, we will conduct electricity then between the battery and the nylon tape via that little sticky tape. It sticks really well. It's a really good little sticker on there. So, with that in mind, we just need to add a little bit more tape. So I'm going to do this one first, which is our positive line of tape. Let's go take a decent. I probably should measure. There we go. That's about right. Andy, is my dog snoring?
Yes, he is.
My dog is snoring audibly loud. So if you hear something, that's not Andy snoring. It is a almost 11-year-old Springer Spaniel. So there's 2 ways to handle this. One, I could put the tape down and then put another piece of tape on top of the leg. Or I could just tape down the leg with maker tape. I'm just going to tape down the leg with maker tape. I'm not too concerned. Now, in this activity, unlike other activities, we're going to have the tape go all the way over on both sides, mostly because this is something you're going to be wearing. Because you're wearing it, this just extra secures it down. Normally, in most projects we do, we just stop halfway in the middle here. You don't have to go all the way. That's just being walking around, having a good time. We're doing that. There you go. And then we've got to do the craft foam. This piece of craft foam is way too large. Look at that. Huge. So we're just going to cut a piece of this foam off. Foam no more. There you go. So much wax paper backing, Andy.
Control that.
Ugh. And then we just have to go around the craft foam and then over the leg. So I'm just going to make a nice long strip here because is it Monday or Tuesday? It's Tuesday. It's that point in this week already. Right, this is way too long. I'm just going to go over the top here. Again, you could put down tape first, then the leg, then another piece of tape. Wow, this is like so much longer than need be, Andy.
Yeah.
So foam tape goes here. This is the spot we're trying to hit. I'm going to go down over the top of the tape. So we're making a nice little hinge. And then I want to go down like that and trim. There you go. I'll put this for later. There you go. We got ourselves a little hinge. And let's see, does that work? It does. On, off, on, off. If I want to be secure, I can give this a little press down right here. Andy, what do you call when you press down on this?
Well, see, you like to say that I love the word burnish, but to be completely honest, when you're burnishing something, you're rubbing it with the intention of polishing it. So you're just going to rub on top of it, and to be completely honest, what I like to do is get my fingernail and run it along each edge of the LED leg that is underneath the tape section. So I just kind of get my fingernail in that like little ridge and run it back and forth on what would be all four sides of the two legs. And that's really just to ensure that there's as much of that leg in contact with the maker tape. Sometimes you can get a little tenting effect on either side of the leg.
Sure.
So that's how you get your best connection.
And Amanda sometimes, for some of the projects she's doing, again, depending on the material you're using, that's the big thing here, she will just wrap, like just out and around back again, some maker tape on the LED leg itself, basically making a big conductive pad. What I was saying before was what you can do is you can the sandwich approach, which I take frequently, the sandwich approach, when I'm doing things with felt, because felt is so porous. It just is an uneven surface. So I put tape down first, then leg, then another piece of tape. This way you're getting connections on both sides. Ta-da! You don't even need that much. And this way you're guaranteed to have a solid connection just through and through. Amanda, same thing here. You're just making a bigger landing pad because life is good. But also this helps with the movement around of the felt. But that's an easy way of doing stuff. Maker tape also peels off of stuff pretty well for the most part. Whiteboards works great on those. Blackboards, because you can, it's a nice plasticky surface. Make a circuit on a whiteboard with notes as an example. Not really reusable, but it is forgivable. You can always adjust. Can't do that on paper. But anyway, that's the circuit. Ta-da! And then you would just add these guys opposite each other. So one down, one up for the two halves of the Burger King approach. But yeah, this is pretty quick project. Here we are just joking around doing it. When it comes to kids doing this, of course, build in the arts and crafts aspect, cutting this out, which again, not a tough thing to cut out, not a tough thing to decorate. And the circuit is basically the same on each of the backings, just depending on one or two or three LEDs. So you can have kids choose which one they want to do. One battery works with up to 3 LEDs just fine. So let the kids use 1 or 2 LEDs. Our Paper Circus classroom set comes with way more LEDs than you could possibly use. 120 LEDs in there of 25 of 6 different varieties. 24. We threw a 25th one in for free in case someone counted wrong. So it's really 125, but we have a little wiggle room. 5 extra LEDs free, like IKEA. You never complain about extra screws and nuts. Like, You just get confused, like, did I forget something? I don't know. Thanks, IKEA. But anyway, this is pretty easy to do. That's an easy project. As I said before, you can catch us at browndoggadgets.com. We have a bunch of different holiday stuff in general, whether it's for the winter holidays, for upcoming heart-shaped holidays, other things. Arbor Day. Do we have a lot of Arbor Day stuff, Andy? I don't remember.
No. I think
we got
we're a little
trees.
thin on
Arbor Day? Well, not Arbor Day then. Light up trees. But we got a lot of fun projects. They're all free off our website, so whether or not you like us, please download and use our guides and resources and directions. Andy here made a very, very nice spinning dreidel project, as well as several fun holiday felt wearables that are up on our website new this year. Please check them out. We try to make sure we have things for all children, whether you have a group of kids who want to do reindeer or menorahs or Christmas trees.
We've got
or
Kwanzaa
Santa
stuff
hats.
as well.
Kwanzaa stuff. I always forget about Kwanzaa stuff, but it's up there.
No Diwali.
No,
Not yet.
I'm sorry, no Diwali. That's true. We have to make sure that if you're a librarian or a teacher with a diverse group of students coming in, every kid can choose the thing they want to do and feel like they're making a choice that reflects them as individuals and their values. And it's nice. It's nice to give kids choices, even like everything's the same on the backside, almost identical or the same. All the parts the same. It's cool. You get to choose the thing that represents you, which is super important. Having that freedom of choice for the kids. Just they can choose the thing they want to do, which is great. But so all these and far, far more on our website. Remember, if you have a 3D printer, want to print off cool stuff, we've got our tape holder and stuff on there. You can get a free roll of tape if you're an educator from learn.browndoggadgets.com. Hey, Andy, did you see what Pete also designed for Amanda?
What's that?
I don't know if these are up yet. They should be up.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Those are sick.
Those are nice, and you can easily, just resize them. It's just a little, it's a little paw parts holder because we want something kind of cute for camera. But it actually has little trays as well. We have little stackable trays.
Are those up on the website as well?
I think they are, the stackable trays, but these are a lot of. I have a 3D printer. Do something relatively useful. Make a dog paw print. So you can put LEDs.
Honestly, that's one of the sort of nuts and bolts challenges of teaching electronics in a classroom is just managing and controlling where the parts are. Everything is small. Kids want to get their hands on things before they're often relevant. And so whether it be that battery holder or this as an organizer, really useful tools when you're approaching this particular content area.
And if you have a 3D printer, being able to print out useful things in your classroom is one of those things you're like, oh yeah, I got this to be useful and innovative, as opposed to just printing off, I don't know, hedgehogs or other weird things. I know Andy had a good time printing off components for an underwater ROV he was working on earlier this year.
It's true.
We can 3D print some really cool parts. Something else we're working on for later. But anywho, long story short, we got stuff around our website, all for free to download, all for free to use. And if you're a teacher, please, get some free samples from us. We give out discounts if you ask. Give us a ring. We're here 9 to 5 Central Time, most days, usually. I guess on that fun note, Andy, social media stuff, yay, we're done. I'm good. So thanks. Hopefully next time Amanda will be here tomorrow to do stuff. So I don't have to. I can be behind the camera instead of in front of the camera, and poor Andy can go back to doing all the really cool curriculum stuff he does. And so thanks a bunch for watching us, and please make a cool little hat that lights up. Yay! And actually, I'm surprised I didn't use a green LED for this because then it'd be a green screen. Because then you get the green screen with. See, look at this LED. It's invisible. Whoa! Oh, because it's green on a green screen.
Got a hole in your head, man.
That's right, Andy. These bricks are not real. Anyway, wow. I know it's a Tuesday, I guess it is. But anyway, thanks for watching. Andy, hit that end button.
Thanks for watching. Please visit browndoggadgets.com for parts, projects, and curriculum. Follow us on social media @browndoggadgets. We'll see you next time.